Back at the start now, but back at the start.
No.
Pass. Okay. If I want to get back to there, how do I get over to there? Why was the music like that? Let me get redirected back to the start. It's not, I don't think it's that way. Unless it's, we'll go back to the start because we had to close the door again and go right back to where we came in. If that was it, that would feel really bad. We have to get on the stage. I don't know how we get over there though. We can't get out of the water. Check a speedrun of the level. Is it someone doing like a miracle jump that's against all point of doing the level? Yeah. I've got, I mean, I guess that it's in the game, technically it's the way it is, and it's probably not a glitch if you can find some magic pixel jump. But you just know if you got to wonder if the devs saw someone doing that in QA, if they would have been like, oh, we've got to put an invisible wall there, you know, or something to prevent someone being El Cheaperino and not going through the motions. There is something under the water there. Is that going to help us? I saw one, I can't remember what game it was. Someone sent me a link to a video a long time ago when we were talking about this in speedruns. And they basically, they go do something off to the side of a map. Of course. and it basically pushes them through a wall or something, and they get to fly across like empty scenery, but you have to do it in a specific direction, and then it squeezes you back in. To a level which you fly across, and then you can use your starter weapon to over a course of many shots kill the final boss, and then you win the game. And it's like a 5-minute run. But for whatever reason, like you're starting from the first level, so the boss isn't, the boss isn't there. The boss is like many levels later. But for whatever reason, that's how it works out. And they're actually claiming that as speedrun records. It's like, that's not playing the game. It's not even close. But credits roll, so that's a win. So what is it? It's something like off there and clip the balcony and then land down. Props to whoever found it out first, right, though? You enjoy watching speedruns with glitches? Well, it depends what the glitch is. Like, some of the glitches, it's like you don't even get to see any of the gameplay, so what's the point? Like, I've seen a bunch of them where that's been, the glitch hasn't provided any entertainment value. It's just allowed me to watch someone basically flying through sky and then getting end scene credits roll. It's like, whoa. Yeah, 100% though, they're cool. They're definitely cool because that's like full completionist mode, right? Especially glitchless 100%. That's like, a lot of path knowledge and gameplay and stuff. Glass shards. In a game that tracks them as well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, out of bound glitches are just, they're Dan's game. It's like, I almost put that, it's not quite, but I would almost put that in the tool assisted category. You know what I mean? Like, the game did the work, not you. But like runs that are not 100%, so I suppose any percent, that involve actually going through the game. Like if someone was to, go through, play Tomb Raider and not make jumps that circumvent like massive quantities of content, but just make good jumps and hit them the first time and jump. Actually, I took too much health loss. Playing it like that, too much health loss, reload. Jump, jump, jump. Yeah, see, that's not playing the game, right? It's amusing that it exists, but for someone to say that's a speed run, it's like, that's not a run. That's a speed, get the credits to play. Whereas like some of the like the Mario, the original Super Mario Brothers, right? You had the warp pipes that everyone knew about at the end of level 1, 2. And you could take those to level 2, 3, or 4. And then there was one at the end of, I think it was at the end of level 4, 2 that could take you to 5, 6, or 7. And then I think you got through, I don't know, was there another warp pipe somewhere? I don't know the correct order of like how to do it. But for the most part, you very rarely did the other levels. You just sort of warped to 4, I think, and then warped to 7, I think it was. Or maybe it went straight to 8. I can't remember them now. So is Tomb Raider Anniversary, is it a remake of one of the earlier ones? Yeah, watching a guy airwalk's crap, right? Airwalking is totally crap. Okay, so it's a remake of the first one. I wonder if I've got that version at all. Not that I'd play it again. Like, I only just played it. Okay, we're not getting that jump. Right, so we have to jump from here. But yeah, like if that, like in a lot of the Marios where you don't have to do the levels, or some of the levels can contain legitimate shortcuts through other stuff. Like I can understand a speed run that's not 100% not doing the stuff that's unnecessary to get to the end. Is that gonna? Do I need to push this down somehow, or is it going to be a button? Unless something unnecessary gives you a reward that, look at that, that will make the rest of it faster, you know. Yeah, an intended skip. What was the I remember reading something about the GoldenEye one where this guy was coming up, he was beating these times, not by much, by like a second, like beating levels by a second. I'm pretty sure like English wasn't his first language, so when he was trying to explain to people what he was doing, he's like, oh, you just do this and this and this. And they worked out that, and it must have been before the time of like uploading footage or something, because you just see what was happening, right? But it turned out that he was like aiming the camera at the ground because there was something that let you run the tiniest bit faster if you're looking at the ground. And apparently no one knew about this. And it wasn't until like they saw him somewhere doing it, they're like, wait, what's going on? Because like everyone had set like apparently the fastest pathing had been found, and then he was doing it 1 second faster because he was doing the fastest pathing, but looking down at the ground while running. So if you're watching his speed run, you're just watching the ground run past. Which, to be honest, isn't that much more boring than the other GoldenEye speedruns because you're just watching the scenery run past because they don't actually engage in anything. Ooh, what a jump. Yeah. Some of them are weird though, like I don't know if there's a certain category that I don't think they get put in a different category officially. They're just speedruns, right? But some of them definitely almost like they need to have a. Some people would say they're very. It's a very subjective, objective. I don't know. Tag, but when you almost like a non-interacting with the game kind of speedrun, like. Which I guess kind of feels like the point of the speedrun where you, especially like the non-100% one, like the any percent ones when it comes to kills, where you're just, we're going down there, like literally just Marioing past all the content. I'm like 1 hit point because of that. I'm just going to take it. And not doing anything. Whereas other speedruns, they're not necessarily 100%, but the speedrunner has to interact with the content because of the game. Can't see, it's too dark. Lara goes underwater, music turns off. Makes sense. Well, I think we have a... Maybe? No, Lara, through the hole. If that's just a secret, can be slightly annoyed. Can't see. Not a key, not a thing. Yeah, all bosses runs are pretty cool. Where are we going? I think there might be an option for sound in background. Is it a flare? Is it actually a flare? Underwater flare? Like you saying in general or when I do it? Our flares work underwater? This I learned. I thought they were like a bit of fire on the end of something that would just go out because fire and water. No, that's where we come down from the... Apparently they're not though. So maybe it's just music in background but not effects in background. Okay, well. Hey, big guy, how you doing, buddy? Have you got your truck repairs underway? Or are you waiting on insurance stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'd have to end your turn and tab out, wouldn't you? Tempted to load that up. Half a thing of health is... What's the point of climbing up there? Is there a button somewhere? Repairs are being done? Okay, cool. Can we knock it out? I need to find a video guide. I can't do this anymore. Okay, we found a thing down here. Need to pick that up and save it.
Uh-huh.
That kind of looks like a ledge. When I look up from here, it's just a ceiling. Okay. Come on. Okay. So hopefully, if we swim back this way, walk through the gap, swim down here, and now climb up here. Everything's out of order.